Hi everyone, we're going to quickly walk through some common mistakes that we're having with this system and also explain a few things. Okay, so the first thing is there are two ways of utilizing our new Ascentus. You have the employee self-service system, which is where you would use to get a more in-depth look at your employee records and make changes. So like for instance, direct deposit, W-4 changes, those can be done in employee self-service while they cannot be done in the app. So that is the link that was sent to you on the PDF document that you would have received from me on Thursday of this week. So Thursday around the 19th, okay? So then there is the employee app. This is where you come to clock in for your daily work, okay? So here in the app, one common mistake we're seeing with the login, if you do have a Davico email address, the only thing you input on that first screen is the company name Davico. Do not put in your user ID and password. All you do is hit that SSO login and then you hit next. Okay, only if you have a Davico email address do you do that. All right, so let's hit the back button for me because I'm not logging in with my Davico email. So I'm going to uncheck that and I'm actually going to enter. So this is how employees without a Davico email address would input all three things. Okay, and you do not check that SSO login and you hit next. And then let me get all registered here. So that's one common mistake for the Davico email address users. So be sure to pay attention to that so that we can quickly go ahead and get everyone used to the system. And we know that we're working through some kinks here, so but we're here to support you. Just be patient with us as we be patient with you as well. Okay, my Wi-Fi may be a little slow. Oops. Okay. So now I'm in here and I can see these are my last two punch in and punch out here. So to clock in for work, remember no one is to use the punch in button, okay? Everyone should, for work time, you should be using group transfer. And then, of course, if you are traveling, you select in travel first and then immediately come right back and do the group transfer so that you're able to select your project number. Okay, so remember that if you are coming in for the day for work, you always want to select group transfer. And then if you are traveling, it's a two-step clock in process. So you'll select in travel and then punch and then come right back immediately to group transfer and then select your project number and your per diem, phone per diem options and select punch again. Okay, so make sure we get that done. And I'm just going to go ahead and group transfer in for work really quick. So mind you, when you select that, sometimes what happens is the system goes a bit slow, especially depending on your Wi-Fi service. So just give it a second to go ahead and search out your GPS location, but because that's what it's trying to pinpoint. It's trying to pinpoint your GPS location in order to allow you to punch in. I know some people get impatient at this point and they want to think the system is not working, but as you can see, mine is taking quite a bit of time as well. So hopefully this process will get a little bit quicker, but we are utilizing the GPS service at this point, so it will take a second here. Okay, so it found me, so I'm going to go ahead and select my project number. Quick note here, if your project number is not here, please select none and then select your options for phone per diem. And per diem, we covered those in the initial training. Select punch for me, and then it gives you the success screen. Say okay. So now what happened, now what I would like you to do is to hit the 3 dashes there, hit dashboard, and go to timesheet, because what I need for you to do is to put the correct project number you're working on in the notes section. So you'll make sure you're on the current pay period here. And then you'll come right here and this is my 9:36 clock in that I'm working on. So I'm going to come here and then I'm going to put in the note section what project number I'm working on. And your project number is at least a 6-digit number, so do not forget that. So you want to put in at least 6 digits there. And then if you have a store number along with that, make sure you put that in. All may not have a store number, but you should at least have a 6-digit project number. That's more important than giving us just the store number, okay? All right, so then I'll hit save. And once that saves, then you'll see this pending here. And now someone can go ahead and get you assigned within the next 24 hours and get this actual clock in updated so that you're on the right project number. Okay, so that's how you come back to add the notes. Just simply, and I'll walk back through it really quickly. Once you go to the dashboard over off this 3 dashes, go to timesheet here. And then just click on it. So make sure you're in the current pay period. Click on it. It will load. And then you just simply edit the notes here. Okay. Can't edit anything else, but then just add the notes for me. Okay. So another quick thing I want to show you is when you come into the app, if you have missed a punch the previous day, then it should ask you to give it a update. Okay, so you'll have this message when you come clock in right here, and it says you have missed punches. Do you want to enter your missed punches now? Please select yes and go ahead and update those for us. Okay, so make sure you're in the current pay period. Okay, so now you'll see that this was on 3/19. This is the morning where 12:01 everybody should have clocked into a census at that midnight hour if you were working overnight. So then enter your out time. So my out time, I'm going to click edit here. And my out time was 5 a.m. Oops. I'm going to say done and okay. Okay. And then I'm going to, and you'll see here, it says miss punches requested. And it's saying 5 a.m. is the punch that you're requesting. You'll hit submit and it'll say miss punch submitted successfully. And that's what we want. Okay. So now what happens is that's gone off to get approved. And once approved, then it will actually show on your time card. So we'll hit close there. And like I say, you want to give that time to get approved so that it can show on your time card. And lunch. So the lunch, this is how the lunch punch goes. Everyone except for if you work on a COVID site. COVID sites are 30-minute auto punches. You do not have to clock out for lunch unless you are going beyond the 30 minutes. Okay. For everyone else, there's an auto deduct of 1 hour. And you do not have to clock out if you're taking the hour. If you're taking less than the hour, then just simply make sure you punch out before 6 hours hit. So once you work 6 hours, the punch will start. Okay. So if you are not going to take the entire 6 hours, you need to make sure you take at least a 30-minute, because we do require you to take at least a 30-minute lunch if you do not want to take the hour, but you should take the hour lunch. Okay, everyone should be taking at least an hour, but if you can't take an hour, at least take 30 minutes because you need to refresh yourself. Make sure that you are workers' comp compliant, so you should be taking at least 30 minutes if you're working at least though, the hours, unless you're in California. Then California, you have to take your hour, I think with that, by the time the 5 hours hit. So let's make sure we are being compliant with our breaks. And if you are going to take less than an hour, then you must punch before the 6 hours hit and then clock back in, and then it will not deduct the full hour. Otherwise, if you plan to take the hour, it will deduct the hour starting at your 6th hour of work. Okay? Hope this helps everyone. If you have any further questions, and we'll be making corrections to punches on Friday and Saturday because some of these things we have had to self-correct at this point, but we'll be going back through the time cards, getting those updated for you all. And make sure that you just come in here, do view dashboard, and go to timesheet, and you're able to see what we see. So no need to actually give us a call to say, has anything been updated? You see real time right here what's showing. Okay, so you see how I just updated that, added in the 5 a.m. That's how it shows on the app here. Okay, so let's make sure that you are looking at this and keeping a close eye on it. If you have any questions, payroll2@davicoinc.com. Thank you.